Hello everyone. In today's video I'm going to be replacing the oil pan. It's got an oil leak. These are a one-time use pan. This is a 19 F150 2.7 Ecoboost with 64,000 miles on it. We'll start off by pulling the drain plug. And of course it gets on my arm. When the oil's hot on these, when you change the oil just sprays everywhere. It's a ridiculous idea having that plastic plug. I hate doing oil changes when the oil's hot. So I'm gonna replace or remove this sway bar. We'll pull these sway bar link nuts off. You can drop the sway bar down, but I go ahead and just pull it completely off to get it out of my way. We'll pull the nuts here for the sway bar bushings. And pull the sway bar completely out. We'll pull these bolts for the front cross member. We'll pry this cross member down, pull it out. I like to wipe the bulk of the crud off of it when it's out. And disconnect the battery. This just shot out of sequence, but start with that first actually. And also pull the oil dipstick. We'll remove this the passenger side bolt for the front differential. There's 3 bolts on this, 1 on the passenger side and 2 on the driver's side, and upper and lower on the driver's side. And we'll mark this front drive line with the paint pen. Loosen up the bolts. Give it a few love taps and pop the drive line out. I'm just going to zip tie it up to the left exhaust pipe to hold it out of the way. We'll support the front differential and pull this lower left side bolt to 21 millimeter. Remove this passenger side one, that's an 18 millimeter. And the upper one is by the steering link. I'll pull that upper bolt out. We'll go ahead and remove the jack and lower the differential down as far as it can go. And we'll pop these transmission cooler lines out. There's 1 bolt that holds them both in. And there's a plastic retainer on the oil pan. You got to pry those out. Each line has 2 O-rings on it, and they kind of stick in there. pry these lines out. I'm going to install some rubber plugs so it's not dripping on me the whole time. And we're going to pull the two main nuts for the transmission mount. Now, workshop manual, and here I'm jacking the transfer case all the way up as far as it can go, that and the transmission. Now, workshop manual wants you to pull the engine mounts, bolt and nuts, and jack the engine up, but you can barely get this thing out if you jack the back up and save some time doing that way. So I do it the opposite way that workshop manual wants you to do it. I'm going to clean up the lines that go to the wires that go to the starter. And there's a plastic Christmas tree that holds it into the oil pan. Just pop that off. And we'll bungee that wire off to the side, get it out of the way. And then pull the bolts on the oil pan. I use an 8mm swivel. This is a gear wrench adjustable pry bar. I don't use it very often, but it's going to work really good for this application. You got to pry the oil pump off. It's siliconed on, and they'll stick on there hard. Sometimes the oil pan will just crack. We'll try on this passenger side. There's a little slot you can get the pry bar in. And see about cracking it loose. I got some really good force on it there. Doesn't want to budge yet, so you just got to keep working it. Try not to destroy anything. It's amazing these things even leak. There, I got it broke free on the passenger side. Just keep working it. Then I'll reach in the back. I've got it cracked loose. And we'll pry it the rest of the way down. There, it's finally loose. Pry the front loose, pop it down, and slide it out. And it just barely clears the oil pump drive sprocket. These pans are all plastic or phenolic. And they've got an integrated sump in the bottom of it. That's plastic. And then we're going to go ahead and scrape all the gasket material off. And this takes a good 45 minutes to get all this off. Maybe about an hour. It's a royal pain. You got to do some with the gasket scraper, and then the front I just get a razor blade, work it up in there, and get all this this TA357 gasket material off. There's the part number on the new oil pump pickup seal. And there's the part number on the oil pan. And these are a one-time use pan. Actually, a lot of parts in Ford are one-time use. There you can see the plastic integrated sump. We'll pry this old oil pickup seal out. Install the new one. I'm going to put a small amount of Sil Glide. Engine oil will probably work good too to lube it up. You can see right here the front flange and the oil pump drive sprocket. It's a really tight fit, so when you go to put that in, you don't want to scrape the gasket material off on that drive chain. And we're going to do a final wipe down on the block. Make sure there's no oil on it. And we're going to apply TA357 gasket material to the new pan. Ford says if you don't use the right sealant, engine oil foaming can occur. I don't understand that, if it's set up and dry, how it could cause foaming, but we're using TA357. And there's a diagram in PTS or in Workshop that shows you the proper thickness and where to put the silicone on this pan. Which is right there. I'm just double checking it. And then on the front of the timing cover, I put a small amount of silicone up there just in case I scrape a little bit on that oil pump drive sprocket. Then I'm also going to put a small amount where the timing cover meets the engine block on both those seams. And now to reinstall the new pan, you got to be really careful not to scrape the gasket sealant on the front or the back. Just barely slips in there. Then we'll lift it up into place, start the sump, the pickup in its seal, and then press it up into place. And we'll start a bolt on each side of it to hold it up there. Once all the bolts are installed, they're torqued to 89 inch-pounds. And then we're ready for reassembly in the reverse order. And I like to let these sit up overnight. So this one will sit the rest of the day overnight for the silicone to set before I put oil back in it. And this one is complete. Thanks for watching, everyone. And we will see you in the next video.